Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke.
Glory to you, O Lord.
On a Sabbath, Jesus went to dine at the house of one of the leading Pharisees, and the people there were observing him carefully. In front of him there was a man suffering from dropsy. Jesus spoke to the scholars of the law and Pharisees in reply, asking, "Is it lawful to cure on the Sabbath or not?" But they kept silent. So he took the man, and after he healed him, dismissed him. Then he said to them, "Who among you, if your son or ox falls into a cistern, would not immediately pull him out on the Sabbath day?" But they were unable to answer his question. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Please be seated for the 45-minute homily. Or 50, depends, I don't know. Anyway, welcome to those who are just meeting tonight for the first time. We are very, very glad that we are all together now. And so we will have a fine time. Don't pay any attention to the priest, though. I mean, it can be a little wacky, just so you know. But when we begin this, it's a perfect reading to begin a pilgrimage, this part of the pilgrimage. Because Paul is saying that he would almost desire to be lost if the Jews would come to Jesus. That is selflessness. You know, could you imagine if someone said to you, "Hey, would you go to hell so that your son or daughter could go to heaven?" Would you say, "Oh, sure, absolutely"? Or be like, I don't know, I don't know. I have to put me first because no one else, I don't put me first, no one else will. Garbage. I want you to look at a cross. Now, this cross is the St. Francis cross, Pope Francis cross anyway. But whenever you look at the cross, not one thing on the cross was for Jesus. The cross, by definition, is selflessness. It's always for somebody else. So, as you come to this pilgrimage, don't waste the pilgrimage on yourself. "Oh, I want this." Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. It'll be wasted grace. You say, "Lord, I offer up this pilgrimage for my son, my daughter, my husband, the one I hate, this one, these people, that." And God already knows your heart. And when you speak something unselfishly, you put yourself on the cross for them, then God will give you the life and the thing that you desire. You understand that? So I want you, as we begin this pilgrimage, to sit there and make a very clear thing. God, I offer up this pilgrimage, not for myself, but for somebody else. Don't you hate me? Some of you, I can tell, it's like, I don't think, you're messing my whole pilgrimage up, Father, because this is all for me. Then you're a Pharisee. Because Christians never focus on self. You got it? Christianity is the forgetfulness of self, never the focus on self. And when you learn that, that's what the cross is about. The cross just isn't about me and you suffering and being the poor person that suffers with all these things, and we keep the focus on ourselves and my pain and my struggle. We embrace the cross to bring others to salvation. That's the point. You know, when I was coming here, people were saying, "Father, aren't you going to be afraid?" And I was kind of afraid, to tell you the truth. I remember in my holy hour, the one morning, I says, "Lord, why am I a little nervous about this?" And he said, "Larry, your job when you go to these places is to love the people that you meet, not to be afraid of them." So I'm sorry. Be always more concerned about others this whole pilgrimage, and you watch how God will bless you. Got it? Get it? Gonna do it? Do it by the end of the Mass. Don't forget, for somebody else, not for yourself. Don't get mad at me. Well, you can get mad at me. I don't really care, because that's what Jesus told me to tell you, just so you know. Let us now give to God these, our needs and our petitions.